Chingling, the 433rd entry in the National Pokédex. Created by Game Freak? Psychic typing, and is the first psychic type Pokemon, and only, to require pure incense outside of battle. More on that later. First introduced through Generation 4's Diamond and Pearl. Weaknesses: Dark, Bug, Ghost. Fighting: Psychic. Chingling has an orb at the back of their throat that they agitate when crying. Shh, shh, shh. Do you hear that? That's the sound of Chingling's cries. Just kidding, you can't actually hear them crying. But if you're suddenly finding yourself developing a headache, you might be experiencing high-frequency waves emitted from the orb being agitated in Chingling's throat. This can go on for a long time once they get going. Might as well clear the area and get a coffee, some fresh air maybe. Hopping around the orb in their mouths. Hopping around the orb in their mouth makes a ringing sound, like a bell. Which is what this Pokemon is inspired by, if you couldn't tell by now. The ringing from hopping around and the headache-inducing cries are mostly harmless, unless you find yourself on the other side of a battlefield facing off against Chingling. You will be walking, or hopping, into an ambulance with your ears blown out on the ground like a prolapsed NL ears, or a severe prolonged hearing damage if you aren't completely deaf by the end of that encounter. Plug up around Chingling. Gang. Chingangling? In Japan, the Shinto religion revolves around supernatural entities called kami. Master Roshi? Oh wait, that's the wrong... Right? That's not... He doesn't live on Kami, does he? Kami? Kami are believed to inhabit forces of nature and prominent landscape locations, amongst all other things. Whoa. I wonder if they're friends with Absol. In many Shinto shrines, there are hollow bells in a round shape with a long rope containing pellets. These are known as Suzu bells. They produce a coarse, rolling-style sound when the rope is shaken, which is necessary to apply to Kami. This is where we get Chingling from. The Suzu bells of Shinto shrines in Japan. Is that what Sasuke was wearing in the Sasuke retrieval arc? A Chingling? The Hidden Sound village name is coincidentally a neat tie-in to Chingling emitting some frequencies that can't be heard by people. Get it? Got it? Chingling's name seems to be a combination of chime, chingling, and ling, suffix to denote something that is small or immature. The Japanese pronunciation being lesion? Possibly a combination of rin, bell, or rin, which is an onomatopoeia for bell chiming. And lastly, we have shan, which is an onomatopoeia for bell ringing. Charin, shan, rin. She ran. Oh no, bro. I miss her so much. And then we have Korean, which is the French pronunciation, not to be confused with the Korean name, Talang. Chingling only has one other form, being their shiny form. The tassels change to an orange shade instead of the pinkish red candy cane style coloring, and the bell body turns more of a faded brass color compared to the brighter gold coloring. Could the shiny form be a forgotten or lost Chingling, once dangling on a Shinto shrine but came off and became sun-bleached? In Gen 4 and 5, Colbur berries can be found at a 5% chance on Chingling in the wild, which these berries weaken a super effective dark type move So Chingling is actually also a strategist in this regard, not just eating them for their delicious, let's be honest, they look so good. I would bury my face in a... Another item that tends to cling to Chingling is the cleanse tag, which can be found on Chingling. Did you get enough of Chingling yet? At a 5% rate. And then for Gen 8, more specifically Legends Arceus, we have, again, the cleanse tag at 5%, Sky Tumblestone at 35%, Ball of Mud at 15%. And then for the Alpha Chinglings, the big boys, the ones that get all the bitches, Experience Candy S, 100%, and Seed of Mastery, 10%. Chingling evolves into Chimecho with 220 happiness, plus leveling at night. Chingling's height comes in at 8 inches or 0.2 meters on average, and their weight is 1.3 pounds or 0.6 kilograms on average. Ability, Levitate. Damage-dealing ground-type moves have no effect on this Pokemon, and cannot be trapped by the Arena Trap ability. And this is kind of redundant, but takes no damage from spikes, which is a ground-type move, so that doesn't, whatever. We're gonna go with what they say here, I guess. Egg moves, Disable, Hypnosis, Recover, Curse, Wish, Recycle, Cosmic Power, Ally Switch. These are the egg moves. You may feel disabled under a curse. Recovery can come from hypnosis if you wish. Recycling old habits upset the cosmic power. Need not ally switch. Remember that pure incense we mentioned at the start? In order to get a Chingling egg, you need to breed a parent Chimecho that is holding pure incense to avoid receiving another Chimecho egg. This, however, has changed for Scarlet and Violet in Generation 9 as they have decided to remove the incense items from the games entirely. Speaking of eggs, male and female Chingling have no physical differentiating distinctions and can each be found 50% of the time. Fun facts of all the baby Pokemon in the series, up till now, Chingling is the lightest. I think with all this put together, Chingling is a cute Suzu Belle that likes to cry silently alone. Like I am in my car right now recording this. That's why you can hear raindrops, maybe. And then very aggressively when blowing foes' eardrums out, hopping away, and leaving you with a debilitating headache. Flashback Vietnam sounds. Subscribe for more Pokéthoughts weeklies, or more other content randomly. See you next time!